Welcome back to another episode of Private Parts with me, Liv Bentley. This is the podcast where nothing is off limits. Today, back by popular demand from the Private Parts listeners, we have the Daily Mail Showbiz chief returning to the sofa. Please welcome Sarah Packer.
Yay.
Right, tell me the gossip. Who's fucked up? No, I'm joking.
Oh, where do I start?
Oh no, I love this. I think I'm actually a bit of a gossip queen.
Of course you are.
but I just like a subtle one. What's been happening since we last saw you?
God, what's been happening? I mean, I received a lot of comments following my first appearance on your podcast.
Oh yeah, okay, let's start on this. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So last time, for anyone listening, if you didn't hear the Sarah Packer episode, we spoke about, it was just after Liam Payne's death, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Caroline Flack.
Yeah.
So you had...
Well, mostly I wanted to speak about the comments I received about Liam Payne, because we spoke about someone who had approached me wanting to sell a story on Liam weeks before he passed away, and we realized the information wasn't credible. And so many people have jumped to conclusions online thinking it was his ex-fiancée, Maya Henry.
Is that the one who got severely trolled?
Yeah, really badly trolled. Still last week I had people tagging me in comments, but it wasn't Maya. It wasn't her. So she's received all this hate unfairly.
Because her, and then also Liam's Liam's actual girlfriend.
Right.
Kate, is that the one?
Yes, the one that he was with
at the time
when he passed away.
That is
Kate.
so savage. Right. And what did people, so what people would just message, just
even
hounding her?
emails to my work address. Yeah, people asking me to confirm if it was her, if it wasn't her, and people saying, I know that you can't reveal your source, but are you able to say who it isn't? And it wasn't Maya. I just think it's unfair that she's totally received such backlash.
But why was she so hated at the time? Remind me, because they had a nasty breakup.
Right, and she brought out a book which was fiction, but kind of told the story of her relationship with Liam,
which was quite toxic.
Yeah, and she's well within her right to speak on her experiences. I think it was just unfortunate timing. Then he passed away,
and then they blamed her.
Yeah,
because it wasn't suicide, was it?
No, he died.
He fell off a balcony.
Yeah, he obviously had a lot of drugs and alcohol in his system, but he fell off a balcony.
Oh, it's so awful, actually.
Yeah.
It's horrific. And then obviously the Caroline Flack story.
Yeah, I mean, reading those comments.
I'd asked if you, because you had written about Caroline Flack.
Yeah, I'd written about her love life, and I'd interviewed her a lot when the new series of Love Island would come out. So I felt like I knew her, as much as you can do when there is that relationship, celebrity and journalist. Like, I would go to Mallorca to interview her when the start of a Love Island series would launch, and she would eat dinner with us all. I think I even said that.
Yeah, no, I think you did.
Yeah, but I didn't write about her during her downfall, is what I should have said.
You didn't write about her during her downfall.
No.
Okay, so everyone hears that. Do you think if you're close with anyone celebrity-wise, would you not, if you knew something, is there times where you probably wouldn't actually write it because of the relationship you have with that celebrity?
Definitely. You don't want to risk a relationship, especially with someone that A, is a friend and you really get along with.
Yeah.
And B, if they're sticking around, someone like Olivia Attwood, for example, I absolutely adore her. Molly May, I adore her. I'm not about to start writing negative stories about them. Yes. Olivia Bentley, never.
Thank God. I've had my fair share of terrible articles, so actually.
Oh, you haven't. You've been good.
Yeah, I've been all right, actually. I'm trying to think.
Unscathed.
Do you find that you ever get trolled?
On occasion, sometimes within the comment section of a Daily Mail online article, I'll be trolled.
Really?
Maybe for incorrect grammar and spelling, or if I have a
Wait, does someone not check that?
What? The article that I write?
Yeah, do they not?
No, that's on me. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'd be useless. That would be going through ChatGPT 100 times.
Yeah, that's my responsibility, of course. I mean, I self-publish on the website. So yeah, I would like to say that doesn't happen often, and maybe it would be like a small thing, but yeah, you can be trolled for that. Or, the writer, is this news? But of course it's news if you've clicked on the story and you're that interested, you're engaged already.
Yeah.
And then rarely, like to my Instagram, I was trolled a little bit last week or the week before because I interviewed the Love Islander Dijon.
I'm going to be so honest here. I don't watch Love Island.
I
But
know.
try.
Basically, what happened with Dijon is he was on the program and
Yeah.
he received a huge backlash because a lot of the audience felt he was manipulative, that he was gaslighting. And I interviewed him to, get his side of the story. And so
Yeah.
a lot of trolls were in my DMs like, oh, how about you don't give him this platform?
But people, I'll be honest, throw the word gaslighting around so much. I think also, only because I've done TV, people forget you see snippets of massive conversations. Like when we would do Chelsea, these conversations were at least 2 hours long, and you see a minute of it. And I would never know what was going to come out of it or not, or how I would be perceived.
Especially with Love Island. Like it's 45 minutes if you exclude the adverts
and
on
a
ITV.
film for over 24 hours. It is crazy.
Yeah. And also I think Dijon in particular, he became really paranoid about the outside world and the viewer's perception of him, because Love Island, they had returning islanders that had been outside. Yeah, they saw the reaction. They'd come back in and they'd relay back little snippets.
I didn't know that. Is that a new thing they do?
Yeah, this year they did it. They've done it in previous years, but you're not really supposed to talk about the outside.
Yeah.
Like they're in this bubble of the villa. And so Dijon was like hearing a bit more about the audience reaction to him, and that made him really paranoid.
Did he become more filtered?
Yes. Like I think that, at least that's what he said to me in the interview. He was like, islanders were coming back in and saying that, my relationship was coming across really badly and people didn't see us laughing, having fun together. And then he started to act differently.
I don't think they should have been allowed to do that, if I'm totally honest.
Yeah, I
think
agree.
that's wrong. Oh, weirdly, no, one of the boys on it went to school with me, Harry Cooksley. Who me and all my mates were shocked. We were like, hang on, that's Harry Cooksley.
Oh, you know Harry, because
I mean, I haven't seen him since about 14, 15.
Yeah, well, he came second.
Did he?
Yeah, and he was
good.
kind of accused of similar thing because he was going from girl to girl to girl to girl. Like, yeah.
I did, but like, what are your honest? I mean, you're a big fan of Love Island.
Yeah.
Has it changed in terms of, I know obviously I sort of enjoyed it back in the day when they could smoke. I thought it was fucking brilliant. Now obviously can't be doing that.
Yeah, it's massively changed.
Do they still do all the sort of like girls dancing around in little outfits and all that?
Yeah.
But isn't it odd that hasn't stopped, but the other stuff has?
I guess, the things that they removed, the smoking, just because there was a backlash then that, we're seeing young people smoking and perhaps that's not the best when...
But we're still seeing young people with boob jobs and lip filler.
That's true. That is true.
I just think, and this is really not against Love Island or ITV or anything like that. I just think there's younger people. It's more for younger people watching a certain. I think they would probably look at the girls and think that's how they should look. Yeah, and then that's how they should behehave.
Of
and
course,
it doesn't
that's
necessarily.
how it all begins, isn't it? Yeah, their viewership is probably a lot younger than we anticipate.
Because how old's the majority of the cast members? Between like 20-25?
Yeah, even younger than that. I mean, when Gemma Owen went on the show, she was 19.
Shit.
Yeah, so that's quite young.
That is really young.
Yeah.
Do you think it's still got the same sort of impact that it used to? I feel like it's not as big as it once was.
That's true. I feel like because we've had so many series, it's been on for 10 years now. Plus we have All Stars, we had the Winter Love Island, like... If you walk the street, you're going to see a Love Islander. Yeah. I mean, this series seemed quite impactful. Just in terms of people commenting on the male behaviors that we see, and people say it's like a microcosm of like the overall dating landscape that we're in currently. Like, yeah, you do see
dating's fucked. Let me put it out there, everyone. Cuffing season, it's not happening. You want to stay uncuffed.
Yeah.
That actually sounds so
I
weirdly
love that you
sexual.
just say it how it is. It's fucked.
It's a pool of a nightmare out there, really, isn't it?
It's quite good to see men show their emotional side, which they do on Love Island.
Yeah.
Like Harry cried quite a bit on the show. Yeah, like when he realised that he was hurting people. That's the thing with dating, like ghosting, you don't ever see the impact
that it actually has.
Yeah, and on a show like Love Island, you do have to confront it. You're all there dating each other.
That's true, actually, I suppose. You might bump into them in the bathroom.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're all living in the same villa, so...
Could you ever do Love Island as a contestant?
I mean, when I was younger, I'm sure I would have loved that. I mean... contestants that are vetted, that are hot, just
that
being
is true, actually.
thrown your way, like, yes please, but absolutely not now.
Would they ever do a celeb version?
They did. That's how Love Island started.
Callum Best?
Yes.
Oh my god, of course.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to bring it, not that I'm signing myself up in any way at all, I thought they were going to bring it back again.
I think that's what the All Stars version is, because Love Islanders, they become so famous in their own right. It's like overnight fame, isn't it? So yeah, I do enjoy the All Stars version. which
Okay, maybe I should really watch it. I'll watch the All Stars one.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping for a celebrity this year because last year they mixed it up by having Joey Essex come in as a contestant. I was hoping for Sam Thompson to walk in, but they didn't do it.
Sam would be good on it.
He would be amazing. I mean, he likes a Love Islander, famously.
Oh, yeah. Let's get on to that. Sam and Zara. No, Zara and Louis.
Zara and Louis. That's happened since.
That's like the hottest couple. I mean,
Yeah.
that is like the hottest couple of the year.
Hottest couple of the year. No.
Oh, I don't think it's showmans.
No. I think they're head over heels for each other.
Oh, yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, with these showmances, I don't think are there really, is a showmancer, like, really?
Have you ever known a showmance? On a show like Made in Chelsea?
I mean, I probably faked liking someone a bit more than I did, but
maybe it seems more appealing when you're both on the show together and then...
I think that's what it is. And I was talking about this with someone the other day. I don't think I would have had half those relationships if I wasn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I know that's not an awful thing to say, but like with Tristan and I, we were locked up. It was COVID. So we were all filming together in a house. And I think when you spend a serious amount of time with someone, you kind of, and it's just you guys. And it was very different to them when we were back in normal life.
Of course.
I don't, Tristan and I were not a showman, just in case anyone's wondering. We genuinely lived together and were together.
Yeah.
But I think maybe in real life, if I had sort of bumped into him, I don't know, maybe if we would have really dated.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That really,
it's sort of like it's like an office romance. Like there's a small pool of like potential candidates. So
it's like when you think that there's the teacher who's hot at school, then you take them out of the school and they're butters.
I'm the same as you. Maybe we believe in love, but I've never been aware of an actual showmance.
Well, I read something the other day. This could be a load of rubbish, but that Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom have actually not been together for a while. It was just they were putting up a front together.
Well, yeah, that's probably true, but that's different, isn't it? That's kind of saving face, or they're figuring it out, or planning when to announce this.
But with the that's what I was going to ask you with the Love Island lot, because obviously when the couples leave together,
yes,
and this is obviously Bible because I've read it on the Mail Online, they stay together for a certain period of time and then they break up because of sponsorship deals.
Yeah,
is that actually
no? They're always accused of that, and people ask me that question so regularly. Are the romances real? They're definitely real. I think it's probably in their interest to stay together as long as possible because people are engaged with them as a couple, especially if you've won the show. But you can't fake it. Like these couples,
are you joking?
I give them 3 months tops. Sorry, Love Islanders.
I'm just thinking, could I really fake a relationship?
No, it would be so hard, especially people play out their lives on Instagram. You honestly can't fake it. But yeah, 3 months.
Presenter wise, because so it was Caroline Flack and then obviously sadly what happened, and then Laura Whitmore. Why did she only do it? She only did it briefly, or was she just filling in?
Do you know what? There is a lot of controversy around that actually, because Laura said that Caroline had given her permission, her blessing for her to take over that role. They were once really close friends.
Right.
Some other people say that didn't happen and that Laura jumped into the job. But ultimately, Laura stepped down. She's spoken about how she didn't enjoy being the host, that often she wanted to support the Islanders more and that wasn't possible from her position. I think that jumping into Caroline's shoes perhaps didn't sit with her well.
Yeah. That would be a lot. And what about Maya Jama? She's going to be on it for the foreseeable?
Do you know what? If I was to make a prediction, and I don't know this for sure, but I think the last series may be Maya's last.
Really?
Well,
listen, if the job's going,
yeah, put your hand in
I should probably start watching it.
Yeah. I just think Maya is a huge star. She is a Vogue cover star.
She's done phenomenally well.
Yeah, I think that she may love the show, but perhaps she's grown bigger than Love Island has now. And yeah, I just think she's, doing stuff on Netflix. She's doing stuff on the streamers. Like, is she really going to want to stay tied to this, which is a huge commitment? There are several series a year. Also, they have announced All Stars is returning in January, but no mention of Maya hosting.
I wonder if they get a male host.
No.
Really? No.
No, I don't see that because they want the host to be glamorous, gorgeous. Maya, that slow-mo walk, she has it absolutely mastered. Yeah, she's so stunning.
Can we talk about the Beckhams? What is the deal here? What's happened? What's the fallout over?
Gosh, the fallout, what is it over?
So Victoria, it's to do with the wife, Nicola, and Victoria.
Yeah, so apparently they don't get on.
Right.
I don't know if there is a power issue there because Brooklyn has done the unimaginable. And despite coming from such a wealthy family, he's now married up, and Nicola Peltz, you know, has even more wealth than the Beckhams. So I don't know if there's a control imbalance there.
Right.
And also, apparently Victoria and Nicola don't get on. And
that's from the original wedding they don't get on.
From when they got married 3 years ago.
What happened?
Supposedly there were issues around Victoria wanting Nicola to wear her own clothing designs, and that didn't happen. And what else? The Beckham saga has actually hit, you know, an all-time high. Like, I can't believe, I was shocked that Beckham Brooklyn didn't turn up to David's 50th birthday.
I know.
I thought that he would be here, especially given it's a milestone birthday. You know, all of his friends and family were there. It was in London. He didn't show up.
It's also quite a big statement, isn't it? When
It's a big statement. Yeah, that's when I thought everything would be resolved. You know, he would go to the celebrations and they would be a family again, but nothing. Brooklyn's now living in the States with Nicola. They just had a vow renewal.
Okay, what are your thoughts on vow renewals?
It's interesting because I just interviewed Catherine Ryan last week.
Yeah.
And I asked her about vow renewals because in September she would have been married to her husband 6 years. She was like, absolutely not. Like, to me, if you're renewing your vows, there's a problem in the relationship.
But also, I feel like it's the sort of thing you could do after maybe a decade, not like 3
because
months.
you want to renew them. Like, it's been that length of time. Or perhaps you want to recommit to each other. That's why sometimes people say there's an issue, because if you want to say, I do again, it's because
I've had an affair, let's redo our vows.
I want to say all these promises again. But with the Beckhams, I think Brooklyn renewed his vows because supposedly, or according to sources, their wedding wasn't as enjoyable as it could have been because of the tensions on the side with Victoria.
Can I be totally honest? I'm going to speak freely here. These enormous weddings look like a fucking nightmare. I couldn't think of anything worse.
Do you think they're vulgar?
I do a bit. I think the waste, the money that goes into them, and I just think it's one day.
Yeah.
I think it really takes away from the point of the actual wedding. And I've noticed this recently, not with friends, but just with a lot of weddings, because it's wedding fucking season at the moment. Says my single ass. They just seem to be more extreme and extreme and extreme. And it's like that money could go, I'd rather, you know, put a child through school with that. There's so much more I would rather do with it. I mean, everyone's different. So, and I know it's like, you know, hopefully it's the one day you'll only ever have.
And that's where I think Brooklyn just deserves some credit. I mean, you know, he could have gone off the rails. He could have been that guy coming out of private members clubs, you know, drunk, but he's settled down. Yeah.
But all those kids are pretty well behaved.
Yeah, I think they've been raised really well. And I think considering they come from such a famous family and all the attention is on them all the time, like all he's wanted to do is settle down. And I'm surprised they haven't started a family yet.
They could be.
Maybe that's the next thing.
How old is he?
He's 26 and Nicola's 30.
Oh my God, he's young.
Yeah. So again, I think, is there, you know, a power play with their age difference? Like, it's unusual. I don't know many people where the female's the older person in the romance.
Can we talk about this for a minute, actually? Age gaps. What would you say? Because who is it recently? Someone is dating someone who's much younger.
All the celebrities do this.
All the celebs. I mean, it's the women in their 60s dating the 25-year-olds. No, someone came up. Oh no, sorry. Tom Cruise and Anna.
Oh, yeah.
What's like? I'm so useless with names. Anna de Armas.
Yes.
That one, yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
Stunning. But their age gap's quite healthy. I mean, hefty. Not healthy. It's an unhealthy gap, sorry.
Yeah, this happens. I mean, DiCaprio has made it a trend, right? Because he would only date women.
Well, can we just out of curiosity, what do we think that actually is? Is there something odd going on?
With DiCaprio?
I don't know, because when does it stop? I don't know what's creepier, an older woman with a younger bloke or an older man and a younger woman. Because when you think, I don't know what is worse. There's something more.
It's like daddy issues, isn't it? I mean, if Leonardo DiCaprio wanted to date me, I would
obviously.
Say yes. So I think that's the thing. I met DiCaprio once.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was he like?
Well, we spent our interaction, I was begging him for a picture. This was at the BAFTA Awards years ago, and it was Valentine's Day. And I was like, please, I can tell all my friends I spent my Valentine's Day with Leonardo DiCaprio. And he was like, if I take a picture with you, I have to take a picture with everyone in this room. And I was like, yes. Like, it didn't happen. We didn't take the picture. I was like, the amount that we've been talking about it, we could have taken the picture.
Literally in that time.
I mean, I was a lot younger. I wouldn't have wasted this moment.
What was he like?
Now.
Was he quite normal?
Yeah, like, and charming. I think that, I mean, he was probably the first man I ever fancied because of Titanic.
Oh, I nearly watched that the other. I actually did watch that the other day.
It was on TV the other day.
Yeah, that's what it was. I feel like because it's interesting. You can't. I'm not very good at judging who I think. You know, when you talk about a celeb, people go, "Oh yeah, apparently they're a massive bitch," which people seem to say about a lot of them. I would imagine that actually massive celebrities like that are probably the nicer, more down to earth ones.
That's definitely
than the ones who've had the 5 minutes of fame.
Yeah, I agree, because they're professional. You know, they've had long-lasting careers. They don't want to make enemies with people, and they probably know how to talk to people. I've definitely found that. You know, I've done so many film red carpets, especially in my early days.
Is that what you used to do? Stand there with a mic and interview them?
Yes. Or stand there in the freezing cold, like with the film Revenant, which was DiCaprio's
That's
film.
when he was first, that was his first Oscar,
yes. I stood out in the freezing London cold weather. It felt like we were in the Revenant just for like 30 seconds with him, and he didn't come talk to us.
Oh no, don't.
Yes, I was crushing. But like Will Smith, for example, did a red carpet with him. He gave so much of his time. He was so engaging.
Has he ever made any sort of comeback since the slap?
I don't actually think he has. I don't think we've forgotten, have we? And also recently, like, he played some shows and everyone said he looked like a dad, that he had a bit of a dad bod. And
I think people forget everyone ages as much as we all...
Especially someone like Will Smith, because we've just seen him since The Fresh Prince. Like, we just assume that's how we still look.
I know, but it is actually... It's can I say something? What is it with in journalism when people say something, this actress from Top Gun and whatever looks unrecognisable? And it's like, well, that was 60 years ago. Like, of course she doesn't look...
We love an unrecognisable in caps.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I like to be smart, and I always feel like I know who it is before I click onto the article.
Yeah.
Like, I want to guess, but then I'm still clicking because I need to know. So it's that kind of temptation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you click?
On the articles? Yeah, I do. I hate to admit it. I do. I sit
So
and I read the Mail online. Yeah, it does work. Who have you been writing about the most recently?
Recently, I've been writing a lot about the feud between Katie Price, Peter Andre, which has happened off the back of Princess's new ITV show.
She's stunning, can I just say?
So beautiful. I love her hair.
So wait, what's the fallout?
So the fallout, you know, goes way back. Obviously, as a nation, if you were old enough, you were watching Katie and Peter fall in love on I'm a Celeb.
Yeah.
And then they were married. They had Junior and Princess. And, you know, Pete's moved on. Katie's obviously moved on. And now what we've seen is Katie spoke on her podcast about how she feels she's been banned from filming scenes from Princess Andre's show.
Has she been banned?
Well, she's not in the show. And Princess is managed by Peter's management company, who he's been signed with his entire career. They're called Can.
Okay.
And so Princess signed with them when she was 16. And so they are, you know, not controlling her career. They're managing her career. Yeah. And perhaps they don't see, you know, Katie's involvement as something that they want to move forward with. You know?
Or maybe they're trying to just make her the sort of star of the show and not take away from
Totally. Like, I interviewed Princess and that's exactly what she said. She was like, it's called The Princess Diaries. It's my show. I don't want it to be all about my parents. She was like, I want to be carving out my own career for myself.
Fair enough, to be honest. I suppose actually being known as Katie Price's daughter for a really long time, it's probably quite refreshing to be able to have something that is your own.
Absolutely. And she's very different. You know, there are scenes in the show where she's really panicking about the way that she looks. Like,
I know, I saw that clip. I obviously saw that again in the Mail online. Throwing it out, I really show what I do in the evenings.
She's really insecure about being flat-chested, which obviously blows your mind considering, you know, her famous mum is for her, you know, her breast enhancements. And so I'm like, wow, you're really different. And so I don't blame her for wanting to path her own career.
So what did Peter retaliate on his podcast about?
So he released a statement on Instagram last week, which blew my mind. He basically said that since 2018, Junior and Princess, the children he shares with Katie, have been in his care for all these years. Obviously, Katie's publicly gone through like a lot of different mental health issues, which she's spoken about. You know, she's worked against. She went to the Priory for many years to kind of, you know.
She I listened to something she did someone's podcast not too long ago. She sounded like she had a really quite hard life.
Oh, she's had a really tough life. Like, so many different things have been thrown at her. You know, Princess spoke about the incident that happened in South Africa. Obviously had a huge impact on them as kids, on Katie. I think she just keeps bouncing back, Katie.
I don't know how she does it, honestly.
Yeah.
One minor inconvenience, I need a week off. And I'm joking, I'm not that much of a pussy. So that's interesting. So they've been in the care of, yeah.
They've been living with Pete at Pete's house. And that's, yeah.
What does Princess say about Katie? Do they have a good relationship?
Yeah, so Princess said to me that she and Katie have never had an argument. She loves her mum, obviously.
Yeah.
That, you know, she finds her hilarious. She wishes that she could be more like her mum in the respect that she doesn't pay attention to comments and what people says. I mean, Katie's been doing this for so long. Like, she is the industry. Like, she embodies it. So I think that, yeah, Katie was saying that she's frustrated because she wants to be going on like the OK shoots with her daughter. Like, she wants to be there by her side, going to, you know, different events and launches, and that isn't happening because Princess works with her, her dad and that things. He's in it loads. It's obviously shot at his house. Like, yeah, we see Princess and her relationship with Pete and also her stepmother Emily. Katie said she wouldn't watch it. I bet she has. How could you resist?
You'd have to.
Yeah.
Surely to support your daughter, you would have to watch it.
Yeah.
God, I really need to start watching some more reality TV. I think since I quit Chelsea, it's just not for me.
Oh, wait, you quit again?
Oh, yeah, final time, everyone. Yeah, I'm out. No, yeah, I've quit.
Oh, my God.
That's, yeah. I want to ask you something. When someone is visibly pregnant, but they haven't announced it themselves, how, because...
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah, I really need to do my homework. Is pregnant, but hasn't actually said it.
Yeah, there were photos of her looking seemingly pregnant.
Yeah.
And very regularly we do print photos and we won't say that someone is pregnant and we won't draw attention to that, and we'll kind of let the reader
make their assumption.
Yeah, make their own assumption from the imagery.
Is this a legal thing?
You can't say someone is pregnant without their permission. And I suppose, therefore, we're kind of going really close to the line by publishing an image of them. But if they're, you know, in a public place, if they're walking the street and they've been photographed.
Okay, yeah, and it's slightly obvious. What else can you not say about... I mean, obviously, you can't out people.
Yeah.
Say
anything medical you have to be really careful about. I mean, I've done interviews with people where, and I've revealed pregnancies with the mother and with the couple because they've agreed to that. That's how they want to announce they're expecting. Obviously, you see that a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything medical and
mental health issues.
Yeah, mental health issues. I guess that falls under the umbrella of medical. I'm trying to think what else.
Like rehab.
Yeah, of course, things like that. And, you know, even anything defamatory, you have to be really careful.
Say, because obviously everyone always says about like these big celebs who are secretly gay and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Say you received a photograph of someone kissing, say, another guy, and they were gay.
Yeah.
Would you write that? Could you write about that?
That's quite interesting. I think that it would be something that we would discuss internally, and I have managing editors, and it's kind of their final call, like an editorial call, if we're going to run an image, if it was taken in a public place. If you're revealing someone's relationship for the first time, and if it's a shock to people that they're gay, you know, maybe we'd work with the celebrity. Maybe they want to come out. Maybe that's, you know, a way they could do that. But
how does that work? Do you ever, so when you say you get a bit of information, do you contact them / their management and say, listen, this is what's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, what am I talking about? I fucking know that because I've had the email. Would you like to make a comment?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, a no comment breaks my heart.
No, I had someone ring me once and I was like, it was someone from, don't know where it was from, some magazine, and it was asking me about no, let's not have that actually. It was asking me something and I was not gonna answer, but I was like, how on earth did they get my phone number?
Yeah,
which was a bit weird. I
suppose it's easy to get someone's phone number, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, if you're on the electoral roll, or, you know,
should be. How do you manage sort of open secret kind of things, like if everyone's aware of a relationship that's going on but it's semi meant to be private?
Yeah, I think we would just play it quite close to the line, you know, kind of say it without saying it.
Yeah,
it's always good to let the reader have their opinion.
So actually, we're doing the work here as the reader, just putting two and two together. Right,
okay, really then.
While we're here, we may as well just get it out of the way, because someone did comment saying they'd like to know my opinion on Bonnie Blue. To be honest, I don't actually want to give her the airtime, but we may as well discuss it quickly.
Did you watch the Channel 4 documentary?
I did watch it. Firstly, may I just say, couldn't believe some of the footage that they actually...
Same.
That was really quite offensive. Like, actually shocked me, and that it's a lot to shock me.
I was shocked. You know, all the used condoms, like,
her
all over the floor.
Her face covered in jizz with red eyes. I thought, this is shocking. Children watch this stuff. My big thing with all this stuff, listen, do what you fucking like. When it affects younger people, and I think the problem now, with Instagram, with TikTok, with OnlyFans... people as young as sort of 12-year-olds are subjected to so much shit that the damage it's going to do later on in life. I think it's totally like that's what I was talking about this recently. That puts me off wanting kids. I would love children to have the sort of naive childhood that I had and not have to stress about things like getting their face done, sleeping with 1,000 men. Like, do you know what I mean? If someone said that to me when I was 14, I'd be
of course, especially because her unique selling point is the barely legal thing. I think
that's beyond fucked up.
Yeah, like it's awful. But the part I found shocking was her mother's opinion on it, and I don't know
whether the mother gets free fucking holidays. I could nearly fell off my chair when she said that.
Yeah, I know. I can't understand it. I literally can't understand it.
But also, in a world where we should all be sort of like women supporting women, and she sits there baiting them, saying that she gets turned on when she feels wedding rings.
Yeah.
No, well, can I say that? But also, this is the thing that I think I find frustrating. They publicised the fact, or they stated the fact, that she didn't bother with getting people to show positive or negative STI kits. Like that, making a show, they should have actually either not even had them, made that a point of that. Yeah. Because that's another bad message to give out there.
Yeah. I particularly the scenes, you know, they shot within a classroom with really young girls, and
I know that was bizarre.
Yeah, they were being interviewed on camera, and you know, is this your first time filming? Yeah, it's my first time. You know, it just felt like they were going in blind.
I don't know what's going on with the world. Everyone needs to rein it in. I actually did a campaign recently for Ofcom. Fuck me, I got trolled. I had to turn the comments off. It was about now legally you've got to show your ID before you access porn. The amount of middle-aged men coming for me, honestly, it was ferocious. And they were like, you're working for the government. I was like, I'm not working for the fucking government. I actually stand by that. I think ID should be shown. I don't think kids, I mean, I'm not stupid. I know perfectly well kids are going to find it elsewhere. You're going to be able to access whatever it is. But I don't understand why the hell I was then getting it in the neck.
Wow, and they were hunting you down.
Hunting me. Honestly, you should see some of the messages that I've got. I'll read you them. They're pretty aggressive. You've ruined my life. What, because you can't have a sad wank anymore? You sick fuck. Like, honestly.
Oh my God.
I've probably got another one now. Wait.
Also, the campaign has worked then. Like you.
Yeah, oh no, but then Ofcom had the balls to boost the post, so it got 1.7 million views, and I got more trolled. Shame on you for promoting censorship paid for by the government. Karma always comes back to bite you. That's sinister.
Oh God.
I hope the government turns on you one day. All your money, success, and good looks will mean nothing in the end. You're disgusting, not just for supporting censorship, but getting paid to be a puppet is vile.
Your money, success, and good looks.
What are these people on?
See, these are the creeps that queued up. The thing is, I was talking to one of my friends about it, and she was like, the thing is, I don't even think that they're creeps. She was saying about her husband. She was like, I know it's in his friendship group. I know it's in my boyfriend's
say this all again,
group.
sorry.
My best friend, she was saying, it's not even going to be creeps. Like, I bet we know them.
Oh no, don't. Yeah. I'll be honest. I used to sort of entertain the idea of wanting to go to like a sex party, like killing kittens or something. But if I bumped into one of my parents' friends, I'd never come back from it. Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine one of Kev's friends. It'd be awful. Imagine Kev. He'd never step foot in there. Kev won't even sit next to a stranger in the cinema. So, I mean, the thought of him at a sex party with a mask on.
No, that would be horrific.
Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, no coming back.
Actually, that's a niche one. Have you ever
No.
Have you ever got weird because you know how there's all this stuff about like Richard Gere fancying a gerbil up his bum and stuff. Weird story. No, that is a legit story. I have not made that
is
up.
One thing we didn't talk about before, like nightclubs.
Yeah.
Because when I started out in journalism, because I was young and obviously there was a huge scene in like London's West End, I would be sent to club nights.
Yeah.
You know, to try and get stories on
what
footballers.
Would the stories be? People doing drugs and getting shit-faced?
No, not even like that dark, you know, just what they got up to. Like, you know, I would always be asked to try get the receipt, you know, how much did they spend on the bill? What were they drinking? Just the colour, the details from the night. I mean, one story that I regretted not speaking about when you asked me what was a big story that I worked on. I worked with The Sun on a story about Prince Harry. Do you know the club Tonteria?
I'm familiar. I've been there a few
So
times.
yeah, that's a club on Sloane Square,
Yeah.
and Harry used to party there. This was obviously long before Meghan, like when he was still single, and you know, he used to enter via the Sloane Square hotel next door, so people wouldn't see him go through the main entrance of the club, and he would party there. You know, there weren't any rules. He didn't have his own area. It's a really small club. So he used to just be there, and you know, we kind of got wind that that was happening. And so I went there and saw him snog a girl.
Did you write about it?
Yeah. So I worked with The Sun on it. At this point, I was a freelancer.
Yeah.
And so it's not like I had the byline on the story. But the girl happened to be Camilla Thurlow. And
oh, Love Island.
Yes.
Shocking that I actually do know that. She married Jamie.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so I really love their story because Camilla got a public profile because the Sun newspaper wrote about her dalliance with Prince Harry.
Yeah.
And then ITV got her on Love Island.
Oh, is that why she got picked up on?
Yeah.
Did she speak about Prince Harry on Love Island?
I think she spoke about him during her interviews before she went on the show.
Right, but not on the actual show.
But not on the show.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, then she met her husband and now they're married with 3 kids.
See, you do hear amazing. See, this is the thing. Because who was I talking about this with? About how do people actually go on to Love Island to find love?
Yeah.
I think they would do.
I think they do.
I understand the fame and the Pretty Little Thing brand deals and stuff, but like...
But back then, I mean, there was no knowledge of that, you know?
We say that. I don't know. I'm worried that I said so many weird things and people are going to... That is what they get, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, but back then in that series, absolutely not, I think. And I still believe that people go on the show to find love. Especially someone like Camilla. She's such a genuine
She
person.
seems wholesome.
Yeah.
But this is where TV has changed a lot. I think now it's just people don't... I don't know. I think TV it's changed, but also because of social media. I sound like I hate social media. I really don't. I think social media can be amazing, but I do think it can be damaging.
Yeah.
I think because people are so conscious now of what's going to be said on that they do filter themselves on TV.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. I mean, you'd be stupid not to, really. And to forget that the cameras are there. I don't know how easy that is. On Love Island, there are hundreds of cameras. And they do move.
When I did Sidemen, I could
them.
barely pee because I was nervous of the cameras, let alone the fucking mics. I don't know how they would do that. That would be, I actually think I could.
Yeah, and how, you know, they go as far as to have sex while they're there, knowing that it's being filmed.
Is that still being filmed? Do they air it?
Yeah, this series, they did air it. Yeah. Not as, you know, they're under the covers.
Yeah.
And it is told, you know, in a jokey way by Ian Sterling, who narrates the show. But it's there. You know, you're seeing the exchange of condoms.
I am kind of surprised though, considering how much everything is tightening up, that actually, of all the things that they show and they don't show, that is still being shown.
Yeah, yeah. And it's not like, you know, I've interviewed hundreds of Love Islanders. You know, I've asked, do producers ask your opinion before they air, you know, intimate scenes like that? And they're not asked. You know, they are on the show. It's all there for the taking.
I suppose though, if you're going to do it, you have to. It's not up to
you're
you,
signing
really.
your life away.
Do you what's your honest opinion about now how sort of everyone's become slightly sensitive and one can really not say anything without getting in trouble? Like the whole, I keep using the expression woke. Is that actually the right term to use?
Yeah, it is woke. What is my?
Because I look at like what's that, Sex and the City, the most recent one. People
just like that.
Yeah, people didn't like it because it was almost too far the other way.
Yeah, I think it has to be natural, like with and just like that. And I'm a huge Sex and the City fan. It felt like it was forced. You know, they were trying to tick boxes.
But then that's obvious. So then it almost is more offensive, isn't it?
Whereas there are amazing shows where it's so, you know, naturally told.
Yeah.
And I think, it just needs to be natural. You know, it needs to be real. And I'm not against it, if I'm honest. Kind of. I think due to the industry that I've worked in, I've seen a lot behind the scenes. You know, I've had experiences with male co-workers that I feel, you know, that shouldn't be allowed.
Oh no, that I completely yeah. Oh no,
I'm all here for the men being called out.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
And women too. That bad behaviour shouldn't be accepted in any industry.
I've got a friend who said weirdly he was at the NTAs and he got groped by a woman in quite an aggressive way, and I was like, you should fucking say that something.
Wow,
but it is different. Women for some reason, and not that I condone it at all, do for some reason get away with it more than men do.
Yeah,
like if I smacked a bloke on the arse, Diallo, if I did that to you, do you know what I mean? Whereas if you did it to me, it would look odd.
Yeah, I think perhaps because men carry their egos and they may feel that they can't speak on those issues.
Yeah.
And maybe it takes a while even to sink in. If we've been to nightclubs, a guy slaps you on the arse.
I know.
But yeah, now maybe it would shock me more.
Yeah, I suppose we are all a bit more switched onto it, I guess.
I mean, the London nightlife, it
was the norm.
Yeah.
It was almost rude if you didn't get smacked on the arse.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest, I like it when a builder whistles at me. It makes me think that I don't look fucking orange and shiny. Yeah. But I know people don't like that.
No, it depends on the builder.
Well, the problem is I actually get blokes in their vans going, oi, Bentley, because they think I'm like Jack the Lad, which I'm not anymore. Well, I'm just not ready.
Yeah, I mean, I attended so many club nights. I mean, one that comes to mind, Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
He won the treble.
Okay. No idea what that means, but
in the Olympics. And so he was going out every night of the week to celebrate. He went out like 4 nights in a row.
Yeah.
And they were loving it. They wanted every coffin's bit of what he was doing. So I was like on his table, which was easy because it'd be like, oh, all the girls come onto the table. And he was, let me try and remember what he was drinking. It was, what do you call it? You have it at Christmas.
Eggnog?
No.
Mulled wine?
Like a coffee, like...
Oh, Cafe Patron.
Baileys. He was drinking
all the things I suggest.
Yeah, he was drinking Baileys in the summer. Like that was his favorite drink, Baileys. I remember being like, that's weird. And we wrote that he was drinking Baileys.
What's interesting though is that's such an irrelevant piece of information, but people probably find that fascinating.
Yeah, because it is odd. And also, he was, I mean, he still is, he's the fastest man in the world, right? But he was drinking a Baileys like every night that he was out celebrating.
So if there's something going on with someone like, say, Myleene Klass, will Paps be notified about where she potentially might be to then get the photo?
Yes.
How does one know?
Or they're already on it. The Paps, they work fast. They're great at their jobs. They're here, there, and everywhere. And I think that, yeah, we do love to have a live image. It just helps to pull the story all together. You don't want to use a stock image, someone from 2-3 years ago. You'd rather see them that day. And so, yeah, we want that live picture of them walking the street, coming out of their house.
Imagine being a Pap.
Yeah, I don't think it's not a glamorous job by any means.
Not. No. Just hanging around waiting for someone.
Yeah.
Okay, right. For the listeners,
I can tell it.
For the listeners and for me, because I'm unfamiliar with the story currently, what's going on with Myleene Klass?
So basically, Myleene went on Paul Bronson's podcast and she spoke about her ex-husband, and she said that when they were together, she walked in on him at a party at their house and he was cheating on her, like ripping off his clothes, kissing another celebrity.
Christ.
So she didn't name who the celebrity was, but obviously that causes all the intrigue. Who could it be? Because she said the celebrity has then gone on to make a career, have this family brand, and obviously Myleene...
Who was it? Wait, fuck, is this recently?
No, as in this has all been dragged back up, but this was years ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Stay single, everyone. It's a dangerous world out there. Have people sent you messages saying, I think it's this person?
No, people are just asking me who.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of showbiz journalists will know who, especially if you've been in the industry a long time. And perhaps even you could work it out. If you really wanted to dig deep, you could go into who Myleene follows on Instagram, who she doesn't follow.
But if you know, would you not, how come you haven't wrote about who it is?
Because you can't accuse someone of...
without real evidence.
Yeah. And obviously, there are always two sides to a story, that this is Myleene's side, this is how she tells it, but perhaps the other person may have a different, maybe they were in an open relationship, and Myleene, I listened to that podcast, like all 2 hours of it.
Sorry, Paul Bronson's fucking nailing it with all these.
Yeah, he is. He's kind of doing a Stephen Bartlett, but it's perhaps more relatable. Yeah.
I love Paul.
Oh, you were with him on Celebs Go Dating?
Yeah, he was so sweet. I used to then message him with my relationship problems, forgetting that he's probably got a life and doesn't give a fuck about my issues.
Yeah, I've interviewed him before, and he seemed so kind.
He's so nice. Do you know certain things going on at the moment that you just haven't written about yet?
Ooh, some things. Like,
is there any big story that's about to come out or something? Do you get information and then you go, right, okay, I've got this little nugget here. I'm going to do a bit more digging and figure out a full story.
Yeah, of course.
Have you got anything big at the moment?
Yeah, I hate revealing half a story. Or, I've wanted to reveal that Maya Jama is stepping down from Love Island for a while. But as it stands, ITV says she hasn't signed any contracts. So she's neither in or out.
Yeah.
They say that she thinks she's staying. And it's just my hunch that she's going.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm glad I'm saying it.
Have you pre-prepared the article, just ready for go?
I actually have pre-prepared.
Have you?
Yeah, just in case.
What's the time when you get a big story in? What is the time frame of the story coming to you and then it being aired?
Ooh, being aired.
Sorry, that's TV in Chelsea.
Publishing it.
Yeah, publishing it.
It depends on the story. If it's breaking, immediate. As in something like if I had.
Now I see the spelling mistakes. I understand. Now.
Yes, yeah. If Maya announced on her Instagram that she was leaving Love Island, or if her management confirmed to us, if we were lucky to have it confirmed, it would be immediate because the Sun will break that.
What would you say percentage-wise is now, in terms of journalism, what is found on social media to what is actually either sent in to you or that you've personally witnessed?
Ooh, I mean, that's interesting because stories come to you in so many different ways,
What's the biggest way at the moment, like your biggest source at the moment?
Still my personal sources that I work with who come to me with information.
Like you've got little people in little friendship groups, a bit like Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
And
I would love for it to be just like Gossip Girl.
It's slightly, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, absolutely. I spend most of my mornings, calling up my sources, my regular people who I speak with.
When you say your sources, what do you mean? Like people like me? Like, are there people on, like, say, reality shows?
Yeah, there are people on reality shows.
What do they, other than sort of helping you out as a friend, I suppose, what do they benefit from it?
Well, sometimes you want to be able to control the story, control the narrative.
Yeah.
So on occasion, if there's a split story, I'll work closely with the celebrity to angle it in a way, and then all other publications kind of then run off that same angle.
Okay,
so you've created the narrative to suit the subject. That could be what they could get out of it, but equally we do pay for stories, so there's a financial gain there.
Of course. And then have you ever contacted a celeb with a story you're gonna run and they've begged you not to and you've actually not run it?
Yeah.
Oh, really? What would stop you running it?
Just really recently as well.
Can you give more detail?
So the reason I agreed not to run the story is because one subject in the story wasn't a celebrity. They were more on the management side.
Right.
So I could kind of sympathize that they wouldn't want their name out there. It was a new relationship story. And they were like, it's true. I'm in the relationship, but this isn't for me. I really don't want my name out there in an article. And because they work with other celebrities, they said, look, if you don't run the story, I'll give you some interview time with one of my clients. So I was like, all right.
Oh, that's quite a good little...
Yeah, I like a trade-off.
Yeah, that's quite a good trade-off.
Yeah, because, it's hard to come by stories sometimes, and if I'm going to hold off.
Hang on. Have you ever had a celeb say, I'll give you something on another celeb if you don't write this about me?
Ooh, no, but that would be good.
So dark. I don't think I could do that. I have such anxiety.
No, that hasn't happened. Like, look,
I'm surprised that hasn't happened, actually, because that is a great trade-off.
Like, juicy things aren't happening, like, left, right, and centre.
It's because I think people are so nervous. I think also, because of bloody phones, I would imagine people are a lot more cautious of what they're doing, where they're doing it.
Yeah, absolutely, because it can literally go live on TikTok within
a second.
Seconds, yeah. Yeah, especially if you've just been on a show as big as Love Island, like, you're so recognizable. People are kind of watching your every move. I mean, I saw a TikTok of David and Victoria Beckham, like, having dinner at, some restaurant.
There's something a bit sick about it. It's a bit like the Truman Show, isn't it? We're all just sort of...
Yeah, we're all captured.
I'm so glad I'm sort of washed up. My God, I'd find it a nightmare.
You're not
me just smoking every fucking corner in London.
I'm going to be seeing what you get up to at the NTAs.
Oh, I know.
At the NTAs will be good.
Is that a gossip central.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what? Because people get pissed and kiss each other.
I hope so.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you're feeling frisky and single, please.
I'm not. I'm sort of dried up, if I'm totally honest with you. I'm just, really mourning my relationship.
Oh, well, that's fair enough.
I know. So I'll be sitting on the sidelines.
I mean, last NTAs,
Yeah, tell me.
I didn't actually go, but my favourite story was that, is her name Ella from Married at First Sight?
Yes. I know who you mean.
Ella Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ella Morgan was kissing Bobby Brazier. And that was filmed.
Oh.
Yeah, I love that story.
But can I be honest with you? I don't quite understand these people who are sort of enjoying their night and think it's a wise idea to get their phone out and just film people. Like, it is a bit odd.
Yeah, you know what? Being the person that has done the filming on occasion.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of your job. It's a little bit different. Do you know what I mean? Like, if just some random civilian seeing something and being like, oh, I'm going to film that and sell that.
Yeah, but there are a lot of journalists I know that are very uncomfortable with filming from their mobile. Yeah,
really?
That won't do it. But, it can create an incredible story that people love to read about. Like, Harry Styles was filmed at Glastonbury kissing a girl. Huge,
Yeah.
And I guess it depends on how you feel about it.
And also where you draw the line.
Yeah, where you draw the line.
Have you ever got a sort of story in from someone that you know / a celeb and actually judged them on them bringing you the story?
No.
Does that make sense?
No, of course not, because that'd be so hypocritical.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, if I found out my friends were selling stories on each other / setting up paps, I would fucking judge them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're setting up a paps. I don't really...
You've never done it?
No. A friend did it to me once, scared the living shit out of me. A bloke jumped out of a bush and then he fell back into Zara. And I thought, is this a joke? And I obviously looked like a twat. I was like, it was awful.
Yeah.
No, I've never set one up. And actually, where did it happen to me? And I looked horrific. They're just horrific photos.
Yeah, that's true.
They're never great.
We much prefer like a glossy created Instagram picture than a pap.
They do like, the paps do like a good bikini shot of people on the beach looking slightly horrific.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I went to Australia to cover the show I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Yeah.
And I would work a lot with photographers then because you're running around, you're trying to get as much information as possible. And yeah, we'd set up bikini pictures on the beach.
Oh, you set them up of the...
Yeah.
Although there was a fucker at one point. Sorry, my language is appalling. One bloke at some point trying to go around getting everyone smoking. Obviously, my face was there 100 times.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that years ago? I didn't know why.
Yeah, we do still those kind of stories really recently because Dua Lipa loves a cigarette.
I know. Because I'm a smoker. But then it's really hard because people go, oh, it's such a bad look. You should be a role model.
If you're like a health influencer or a fitness influencer and then you're smoking.
I'm a mixed bag, if I'm honest. I'm just keeping a balanced diet going on. Do you know what I mean? Bit of Pilates, cheeky fag and a coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what happened to the dancer who tried to be the whole Zara and that guy?
Oh, Graziano.
Is he back on it?
No.
Was that all? What happened with all that?
Oh, so Zara, bless her, has never spoken
about it.
She did one statement on her Instagram. And I think because she works with the BBC, she makes her documentaries on the BBC.
Yeah.
She's just too afraid to talk about it thoroughly in an interview. That's the decision she's made.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. It's obviously really tough to talk about an experience that you've had with, a male in a changing room. Graziano actually admitted to kicking her during their rehearsals.
Sorry. Is he ever going to be working in sort of TV / dance?
I don't think so. Not in this country.
He admitted to actually kicking her.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing, and I actually wrote an article last week about whether or not Strictly should be cancelled because this is BBC's huge Saturday night show.
What other scandals have happened other than the Strictly curse, obviously, but have any scandals happened that we actually aren't aware about that they've tried to keep quiet?
Yeah, and actually they have tried to keep them quiet, but they are being reported more and more about now. Yeah, there isn't just the Strictly curse, there has been accusations of drug taking behind the scenes.
Like steroids?
No.
Oh, narcotics. Sorry,
yes.
That was actually the thickest thing I could have said. It's not the Olympics.
No, cocaine.
Oh, okay, got you.
Recreational drugs. And obviously this is a family show.
Yeah.
And, it's also a job for these people. It's not what they want. on a program like that.
Do you think they would cancel it?
Yeah. I think that it's been a long-running program for so many years. It's incredibly successful. People love watching it. I love watching it. I'm a massive Strictly fan.
Yeah.
And I've loved reporting on the show.
I'd love to do it. I just can't fucking dance.
Oh, really?
That'd be useless.
I mean, this is the problem now because of experiences that female celebrities in particular have had on the show, like Zara McDermott, like the actress Amanda Abbington. Less and less females are signing up to take part. This year, there are 9 male celebrities to 6 females.
Oh, shit.
And it was the same last year. And that is because females...
People are actually scared. God, that's...
Yeah. Yeah. And think about it. You know, you're on a show like Strictly Come Dancing. Your exposure is huge. You can, you know, use it to create more for yourself in your career, and people aren't wanting to sign up.
What I think is slightly odd, though, is that now because people are so aware of all this stuff, the fact that some behaviour still continues is slightly shocking, because I'm like, are you just thick?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, especially when you're on camera, it's a live TV show.
Yeah.
And so if you can't behave during those 2 hours, then yeah, it doesn't set the best example.
Okay, any big predictions for this year?
Oh, well, and we've never really spoken about her in depth, but Molly May.
I was just about to say Molly May and Tommy Fury. She was on the list.
Yes.
You think they're going to get back together?
They are back together. They're
Right.
very much back together. I think they'll have a
Another
second baby. Yeah.
Sweet.
I mean, they're making a second series, so I wouldn't be surprised if that coincides with a second baby. I don't know that at all. This is just a prediction.
I'm glad they're back together.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like my world was rocked last August when they broke up.
I really liked their show.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw you in it. Oh. I just really rated it. I thought she was really down to earth.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, obviously I love reality television, and at that point I was just so intrigued to see what she was going to say about Tommy.
Yeah.
And, you know, they revealed that he had problems with alcohol, issues with alcohol.
Do you think you've noticed a lot of young people having problems with alcohol?
Yeah, of course.
A lot more so now?
Yeah, within the industry.
What do you think it is?
I think that it's a combination of you're invited to so many events where there's a free bar, there's alcohol at your disposal. You could drink yourself silly every night of the week if you wanted. And so if you like to drink, you could end up abusing that, and it's a really slippery slope. Yeah. And I think also if you're a reality star or a Love Islander, if you're completely new to that,
it's sort of exciting.
It's exciting. Yeah, you're going to run with it, and then suddenly you might end up in a dark place quite quickly.
Yeah. No, it's an interesting one. Well, this has actually been absolutely fascinating. Thank you so much for coming on, and don't forget to look out for Sarah Packer's articles in the Daily Mail. Thank you.
Thank you.